We actually beat Google. I might even use that in the title of the video, even though YouTube will probably hate that because they're owned by Google. We had somebody reach out to us and say they spent 7 hours searching Google, and it took them one search to find 2 articles that really helped them. On January 1st, Haley Inc. became an official corporation. Wow, corporation. On January 1st, Haley Inc. became an official Delaware corporation. A company that I created for my fiance. Now, you see, there's a couple of reasons I actually ended up creating this, but one of them was when we were traveling and visiting some friends, she came out of a work meeting in tears when she was in between therapy appointments. And so I wanted to create something to tackle just that for people that were in between their appointments. Now, the other thing was when I was in college, I called our campus counseling center and they told me that it was going to be 6 weeks just to get in and another 2 months to actually see a therapist. I was so upset with the whole process, I never actually did. So we created this company to help with people in between appointments on a wait list or maybe too hesitant to get help in the first place. So how did we create a company, and really what did we create? Well, it's pretty easy to actually create a company. You go to Harvard Business Services and they'll help you with all the paperwork to become a corporation. It takes a little bit of money. It takes about an hour of your time and that's it. So yeah, it's pretty simple. So our first idea was, when we thought about what are people doing if they're on a wait list or they want to consume something mental health related, what are you probably doing? You're probably on Instagram and TikTok watching people like this, right? Well, the problem is there's a lot of people that do that and have no credentials whatsoever. So you have no clue if you are actually getting something credible. There's also some of the biggest therapist influencers out there. Well, the rest of the 99% of therapists disagree with what they say. So you're taking one therapist's word for it when every other therapist disagrees, and that's not good either. The other part is Instagram and TikTok. Well, on Instagram, being a male in my 20s, I get alcohol ads before 8 a.m. and I don't really even drink much. So it's just not an environment actually conducive to improving our mental wellness. So what we wanted to do was take this great part of mental health content distribution and bring it into a mental health safe environment. Something where you really didn't need to worry about ads getting in the way, something where you knew all of the content was credible. And we kind of succeeded. We did that. Very quickly, we got to over 200 therapists on our platform. We had over 200 pieces of content, everything from how to deal with a breakup to, dealing with feelings around Mother's Day, perfectionism, burnout, you name it. We had it. Well, the problem was we needed more. I mean, if you think about a platform with content, you gotta have a ton. And so when we had therapists making these incredible 10-minute presentations, well, the problem was they were uploading once every other week when people upload once a day to Instagram. So how did we fix that? Well, we said, there's all this content out there, let's add it to our platform. So how did we do that? You turn into a search engine. So that was kind of the evolution of Haley. We went from this platform that was all native content, things uploaded right to it, just like you add a photo to Instagram, to more of Google, where you type in a term and hey, here's some results from Haley, but here's also results from around the internet. Now the key was everything that we added to our search engine, we added. So we knew that it was made by a therapist. We actually beat Google. I might even use that in the title of the video, even though YouTube will probably hate that because they're owned by Google. We had somebody reach out to us and say they spent 7 hours searching Google, and it took them one search to find 2 articles that really helped them. I think that is incredible, that building a mental health focused search engine can help people that fast. And so now we have over 1,500 potential responses. So whether you're typing in anxiety, depression, burnout, lonely, whatever it is, you can actually filter through results based on how you're feeling too. Like there's a bunch of different emotions. And so that's how the platform evolved. Now, when we talked with tons of mental health companies, they all said, like, where do you see yourself falling in the mental health industry? My answer has always been the same. The tip of the top of the mountain. And the reason for that is we're not actually providing services, right? So we're not in like the clinical care side, but we do maybe want to be people's entry into that. And so with our search engine, we were getting people that did want help with something going on in their mind, but we wanted to be a part of people's kind of self-discovery of self-care, learning more about their mind, wanting to take care of it. So we created an app. This is our app on the App Store. Please go download it, give it 5 stars, and use it. It'd be fantastic, and it's great for you. So today in our app, you can do things like journaling, emotion tracking. We send you notifications every day to remind you, and it has our whole search engine inside of it. And no matter where you go in the search engine, you stay right within our app. So you can go look at some content, read an article, watch a video, then go journal about how your day was, say how you were feeling, and we're gonna do a ton around all of that and do some cool things where if you're seeing a therapist, how you can maybe collaborate with your therapist in there. So this is the company that we built. A lot of it was because it sparked this idea when I saw my fiance come out of this work meeting in tears, is like, what resources do we have immediately available when we need it? I type in something into YouTube and get 80 results and I have no clue what's actually good, or I go to Google and spend 7 hours trying to find an article. Nah, like tell me something, right here. This is how I'm feeling. I want an article. I know this is made by a therapist. I know therapists kind of agree on this too. So this is how I built a company for my fiance, and this is what we've built. If you're ever gonna build a mental health company, please have therapists on your team. We have a head of mental health who's a licensed clinical social worker and licensed in the state of New York. She also has her doctorate, so she's pretty dang smart.